Did you know that in the 1950s, the CIA conducted thousands of secret experiments on American citizens without their consent? Today I'm going to reveal the 5 most horrifying experiments that came to light after declassification. What you're about to hear will shock you to your core. In 1953, the CIA launched one of the most disturbing programs in American history, Project MKUltra. This wasn't just one experiment. It was 149 separate subprojects spread across universities and institutions throughout the country. The goal? Mind control. The budget? $10 million, which is equivalent to $87 million today. They used LSD, experimental drugs, hypnosis, and even torture. And here's the darkest part. The victims had no idea. They were prisoners, mental patients, and college students who never gave consent. 80 institutions were involved. 185 researchers participated. Some victims went insane. Some committed suicide. And when the truth started coming out, the CIA director in 1973 ordered the destruction of all documents. They burned everything. Only 20,000 documents survived by accident. One victim was Frank Olson, a CIA scientist. Without his knowledge, they gave him LSD. 9 days later, he jumped from a 13th-floor window. Was it suicide? Or did he know too much? We'll never know for sure. But MKUltra wasn't the only nightmare. Let me tell you about Operation Midnight Climax. Between 1955 and 1963, the CIA set up fake brothels in San Francisco and New York. They hired prostitutes to bring in unsuspecting clients. Behind two-way mirrors, CIA agents watched and documented everything. The clients were secretly given LSD without any knowledge. The man running this operation, George White, would sit there drinking martinis while watching these experiments unfold. These men thought they were just visiting a brothel. They had no idea the CIA was experimenting on their minds. This went on for 8 years before anyone found out. Now here's something even more disturbing. Project Killtop started in 1954, led by Dr. Harold Wolf at Cornell University. The CIA wanted to understand Chinese brainwashing techniques. So what did they do? They tested actual torture methods on American citizens. Electroshock therapy, total isolation, sensory deprivation, physical abuse. Who were the victims? Mental patients who couldn't defend themselves. People who trusted doctors to help them. Instead, they became guinea pigs for the CIA's darkest research. But wait, it gets worse. In 1950, the US Navy literally attacked an American city. Operation Sea Spray. For 6 consecutive days, they sprayed the bacteria Serratia marcescens over San Francisco from ships in the bay. 800,000 people were exposed. At least 11 people got seriously ill. One man, Edward Nevin, died. His family never got justice. The government didn't admit this happened until 1976, 26 years later. Think about that. They used a major American city as a testing ground for biological weapons on their own citizens. And now for the most disturbing experiment of all. Project Sunshine. In the 1950s, to study nuclear fallout, the CIA collected over 1,500 dead bodies, including children. They stole these bodies from hospitals. They never told the parents, never asked permission. They extracted 6,000 tissue samples. They analyzed bones for radiation. This didn't just happen in America. They did this in Australia, the UK, and other countries too. Parents buried their children, never knowing that their bodies had been secretly harvested for experiments. These are just 5 examples. The CIA ran hundreds of secret programs. Documents prove all of this. These aren't conspiracy theories. These are declassified facts. And here's the terrifying question. What experiments are happening right now that we don't know about? How many programs are still classified? What will be revealed 50 years from now? If you found this shocking, hit that like button. And tell me in the comments, which experiment disturbed you the most? Because this is the reality of what happened, and Americans deserve to know the truth.